Hey everybody, Joe Dayano here, aka Twisted Gemini, and welcome back to Twisted Gemini TV. Firstly, I want to apologize for the lack of videos the past few weeks since my last one. Reason being, my family and I were going through a lot of home renovation, walls coming down, floors coming up, so on and so forth. So it's really kept me busy since my last video. Now, the subject of this video is the UFC, more specifically the incident that happened between Chris Cyborg and Angela Magana. Now, basically, the UFC held a fighter retreat, and prior to, Magana and Cyborg exchanged a lot of words on social media, Twitter to be specifically. And at the fighter retreat, Magana and Cyborg ran into each other. They exchanged words face to face, and then Cyborg proceeded to punch Magana in the face. Now, following this incident, people have really been jumping on Magana's case over this, saying talk shit, get hit, saying calling Magana a rat because word got out that it was Angela Magana and not the UFC that called the authorities following the incident, and the fact that she was also talking to legal counsel about the incident to see what action she could take. Now, following the incident, following Angela Magana continuing the incident on Twitter, talking about it, saying things about Cyborg, Alliance MMA founder Brandon the Truth Vera basically released a statement saying that Magana was no longer part of the team in San Diego, and he wanted her to stay away from his gym and his team. Now, my thing is, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of negativity for this, but hey, I'm me. I'm used to negativity from things that I'm saying, so oh well. And also, you guys, you're entitled to your opinion, so after the video, in the comments section below, comment. I'll reply to anything, guys. You guys are entitled to your opinion, so please comment. But yeah, so my opinion is Cyborg shouldn't have did what she did, mainly because it's just trash talking on social media. Everybody does it. You guys do it, I do it, your friends do it, so on and so forth. I mean, if you look at Cyborg's history, everybody talks shit about Cyborg. I have. Sports media has. Fighters have. I mean, Ronda Rousey used social media, used other platforms to talk about the fact that Cyborg used steroids. Cyborg failed drug tests. Dana White talked about her the whole steroid thing and her failing to make weight after the UFC offered her a fight with Ronda, I believe it was, and probably a couple other ones. I mean, granted, well, on a side note, who really gives a shit what Dana White thinks, because Dana White's the centerpiece in the whole Conor McGregor universe, but I'm not going to get into that because, you guys want to know my feelings on that, check previous videos. But yeah, and Cyborg, from all of that, from fans talking trash, from Dana White, Ronda Rousey, sports media, retired fighters, everybody that's ever talked shit about Cyborg, Cyborg never did anything to them. I mean, she went on social media and basically was offended by Dana White talking about her. Which, once again, who gives a shit about Dana White's opinion? Because after all his trash talking, Dana White still wanted to get Cyborg in the UFC to make money off of her, so everybody can wipe their ass with Dana White's opinion. But in the case of Ronda, she basically threatened to sue Ronda Rousey for, I guess, defamation of character. So if you're willing to threaten to sue and go on social media and cry because somebody talked trash about you, why didn't you do the same thing with Magana? Okay, why go out in public and basically assault her? She punched her in the face, that's assault. And also, you look at the fact that Angela Magana, to my understanding, to my belief, is smaller than Cyborg in stature. So you're basically hitting somebody that's smaller than you because they said some not so nice things about you on social media. My opinion, Cyborg should have just left it alone. There was no need to assault Magana because she talked bad about you, because once again, everybody did it in the past and you didn't do anything then. So why do it now? That's my opinion. Why do it now if you didn't do it back then? You know, I mean, why didn't you show up at a UFC event, find Dana White, and punch him in the face? Why didn't you show up at something Ronda Rousey was doing and punch her in the face? You didn't do that. But you show up at a UFC fighter retreat and assault Magana for talking shit about you? And by the way, for the record, I have to say I don't consider Cyborg to be a UFC fighter, because when Zuffa still owned the UFC, Zuffa picked up her contract from Invicta, or however that worked. So basically, Cyborg is still part of Invicta. So I don't consider her to be a UFC fighter. And so yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. And then, you know, you've got a lot of people also saying, you know, questioning why Angela Magana is still part of the UFC, talking about how bad Angela Magana is as a human being and things like that. And my opinion is, number one, how bad can the woman be? If she's so bad, why does she still have followers on Twitter? Why does she still have followers on Instagram? Why is she right now in Puerto Rico helping to build a gym for people out there in Puerto Rico? As far as why she's still in the UFC, in my opinion, it's just because Angela Magana. Well, let's backtrack for a second. Why is she still with the UFC as of now? Because things could change. In my opinion, it's because Angela Magana is a controversial figure. She goes on social media, she talks trash, she talks about how she's a queen and anybody that isn't her is a peasant. But yet, like I said, she still has followers. She's in Puerto Rico, building a gym for people where she lives now to train. If she's so bad, why is she doing these things? Yes, sure, her MMA record isn't great in the UFC, but once again, she's still there. She's still there because, like I said, she's controversial. And controversy equals viewers. Controversy equals people talking. Controversy equals people tuning in to want to see Angela Magana get her ass kicked. Okay? If she was so bad, all these things that I just got done mentioning wouldn't happen. My opinion, ultimately, is Chris Cyborg should have just left the situation alone. You know, she should have left it alone. She shouldn't have assaulted someone out in public, mind you, with witnesses. So there are witnesses to Chris Cyborg assaulting a smaller Angela Magana. It makes no sense. I mean, yeah, sure, in the heat of the moment, everybody doesn't think when they're about to do something, when they're hot under the collar. But still, You walked up to her knowing that there was people with her, knowing that there was people around in the area. You assaulted somebody with witnesses, dummy. That like I said, just talk trash to you on social media. That basically said things that everybody else before her has said. So basically, anything negative that happens to you, you deserve because you shouldn't have did it. Now, should Angela Magana have dropped it after it ended? Yeah, sure, but she didn't. Did she suffer the ramifications for it? Yes, she did. But in the end, in my opinion, Cyborg is 100% at fault here because, once again, just words. Just words that everybody has said before Angela Magana, after Angela Magana, and during Angela Magana saying it. Like I said, I've said it. That buttface Dana White has said it. Ronda Rousey has said it. Other fans have said it. You didn't do anything to them. You shouldn't have did anything to Magana because you made yourself look like an idiot. You made yourself look like a hypocrite. You made yourself look like a fool for doing it. Well, that's all the time I have for this video, guys. So, once again, I appreciate you watching my video. Tell your friends, tell your family. Hit that subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. I want to get this channel to grow. Comment in the comments section. I'll respond to everything and anything. Positive, negative, doesn't matter. I'll respond to it, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you from watching. Until next time, this is Twisted Gemini TV signing off.